What's the most inappropriate assignment a teacher has ever given? My phone buzzed during a client presentation with the number every parent dreads seeing during work hours. It only means something has gone horribly wrong at school. The secretary's voice was tight with barely controlled panic when I answered. You need to come to the school immediately. There's been an incident regarding your son Patrick with the Mother's Day celebration that requires your immediate attention. I apologized to my clients and drove to the elementary school, my hands gripping the steering wheel until my knuckles turned white. Patrick had never been in trouble before, and this was completely out of character for my quiet 8-year-old who usually spent recess reading books about dinosaurs. The main office was in complete chaos when I arrived with parents flooding in and the principal trying to manage what looked like a full-scale crisis. Their new teacher stood in the corner looking shell-shocked. Through the glass window of the conference room, I could see Patrick sitting at the table with his chin raised defiantly. Torn paper and destroyed crafts covered every surface like someone had detonated a craft store. Their new teacher launched into her explanation before I even sat down. Your son destroyed 6 weeks of Mother's Day projects that the children have been working on, including cards and painted handprints and clay sculptures that were supposed to be gifts. She pulled out her phone to show me a video she'd taken, and I watched my sweet Patrick systematically ripping apart every single card on the display table while his classmates watched in stunned silence. He destroyed everything right as parents were arriving for our special Mother's Day presentation, where the children were supposed to read their cards aloud. The principal shifted uncomfortably in his seat, while the teacher continued her tirade about destruction of property and traumatizing other students, and how this would go on Patrick's permanent record. Patrick hadn't said a word yet, but tears were streaming down his face with his jaw clenched tight. Patrick, you need to tell me exactly what happened, I said softly, while crouching down to his eye level. He wiped his nose with the back of his hand and took a shuddering breath before speaking. The teacher made Celia make a Mother's Day card, even though her mom died in that car accident where the truck ran the red light 2 weeks ago. The temperature in the room seemed to drop 10 degrees as Patrick continued. Celia's mom was everyone's mom too, because she came every Tuesday to help with reading groups, and she brought everyone birthday cupcakes, and she taught us how to tie our shoes with the bunny ears. My throat constricted because I knew exactly who he meant. That wonderful woman had been the heartbeat of room 203 for 3 years running. When Celia said she couldn't make a card because her mom was dead, the teacher told her to just pretend she was still here and write about happy memories like it would be good practice for writing. Patrick's small hands clenched into fists as his voice grew stronger. The teacher made her write, I love when my mommy picks me up from school, even though Celia was sobbing that her mom can't pick her up anymore because she's in the ground. Several parents in the doorway gasped, and the principal had gone completely pale. Celia was crying so hard she couldn't even hold the crayon, and the teacher said she was being dramatic, and that everyone else managed to finish their cards, so she needed to stop holding up the class. So what did you do? I asked, even though I could already piece together what came next. While the E-teacher was setting up the presentation, I gave Celia the memory box we all made for her with 73 notes about her mom, like how she always smelled like vanilla cookies, and how she did funny voices for all the characters during story time, and how she never got mad when someone spilled paint. Patrick reached into his backpack and pulled out a crumpled piece of paper that made my heart shatter. This is what Celia tried to write before I stopped her, and it just says, I miss you, over and over in shaky letters. His voice cracked, but he pushed forward with fierce determination. Then I destroyed all the stupid card. Because why should we celebrate mothers in front of Celia when hers is gone forever, and the teacher doesn't even care that her mom used to braid everyone's hair during indoor recess? The teacher started to protest that she didn't know the situation, but the principal cut her off with a raised hand. How did the other students react when you destroyed their cards? He asked Patrick gently. They helped me, Patrick said simply, and the teacher's mouth fell open. Everyone started ripping up their own cards and putting the pieces in the recycling bin, and then we all sat with Celia while she looked through her memory box. Another parent in the doorway spoke up with tears streaming down her face. My daughter just told me they've been working on that memory box in secret for 2 weeks by staying in during recess because they wanted Celia to know her mom mattered to everyone. The principal stood up slowly and looked directly at the teacher with an expression I'd never.
Click the link in my profile to watch the exciting follow-up.